no, Spike. All the tests I've been running with this device have told me next to nothing about it. I'm basically entirely clueless on how to handle it.
Is that actually a surprise for you? Maybe you would have achieved some better results if you had done more with this thing than just having it lie on the table. What did you even try up until now? Anything at all?
Sure I did. I tried everything I could.
So you're saying that looking at this thing through a magnifier from every angle and anxiously poking at it with a screwdriver is everything you could? Well, never mind, Twilight. I mistakenly thought you were some sort of scientist.
I am. It's just not so simple. You know what happened with the last device when I handled it carelessly and just opened it. I can't allow that to happen again.
All right, at least that is a somewhat reasonable justification. But I'm afraid you won't be getting anywhere that way. Look, I understand you're scared of this thing, but aren't you yourself the one who invented it? If you take a look at your blueprints and backtrack the instructions, surely there'll be a way to safely render it harmless.
Since you are sincerely trying to help, I'm gonna save my sarcasm of saying that was not at all the first thing I myself came up with. But unfortunately, it was. And that's what makes me insecure. This device is based on my plans, but it has been altered in a way that I can't quite fathom yet.
Altered? How?
Well, for starters, a safety lock has been added to its back, which is holding that device shut.
I see. And isn't that, kinda good?
On a surface level, yes. But it also means that this device must be containing a lot more magic than mine used to, if it requires this sort of lock to keep it closed, which makes me dread even more of the consequences if I accidentally open it too soon. I can only imagine what Rainbow Dash would have done with this once it was fully charged.
I still can't believe that it was Rainbow Dash who's been stealing your friend's magic all along. Like, you think you know someone. Well, I must say, it wouldn't have been a total surprise that one of you was behind this, but out of all people, why her? It doesn't make the least bit of sense.
I've been asking myself the same for quite some time now, ever since Sunset took her in. The way she insisted on her innocence was really genuine sounding. Of course she might have just acted really well, but it still left a bad taste in my mouth. I can't shake the feeling that something about this whole deal is not right. It all seemed to have worked out too well. You know what I mean?
But you did find the device in her backpack.
We did.
And for the last 5 days, you were the only one who's been near it. If Rainbow actually isn't the real magic thief, why would the actual villain let so much time pass with you keeping that device? When you could literally disarm it and undo all of their work at any moment.
I don't know. Maybe they're just cocky and believe that I wouldn't be able to bypass their alterations. Though cocky would imply that they're wrong about this, which as of now, they're not. Because it is true, I can't work it out.
You just need to loosen some of your tension. Be honest, the only thing that's really holding you back is the fear of unleashing the magic.
Oh yeah, you're right! Now that you spelled it out for me, I totally realize the possibility of becoming a raging demon is not at all something to be afraid of. Oh, silly me.
Fucking hell. If you're starting like that, I won't be asked.
No! Sorry, Spike. It's just the pressure of all this. It's driving me mad.
All right, then let's make it very simple. Get aside and hand me that screwdriver. I'm gonna do it.
What? What are you saying? That's crazy. You're a dog. You don't even have hands.
If I could have just been able to talk all of a sudden, then I'll be able to hold a fucking handle. Now step back and let the dog take care of it.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
No, but neither do you. The difference is, I'm not letting that stop me. You just need to have a little courage. All right, okay, let's see. Right, so this goes, here? You know what, I changed my mind. Do the others even need their magic? It seems to me like they're almost better people without it.
Spike! What happened to your so-called courage?
Well, you do know that courage is a cowardly dog.
Don't think that reference is gonna mask the fact that you chickened out just like I did.
Okay, fine. Maybe I was being unfair with your insecurity. That thing is fucking eerie. It just radiates bad vibes.
You know what, Spike? I'm not desperate for progress of any kind that I'm actually gonna rate that in my experiment journal. Radiates bad vibes. Thanks for this achievement.
Always a pleasure.
But what now? I need to figure this thing out. The others need their magic back. If I don't do this, then this story is never gonna end. Oh man, I never thought I would say this. But at this point, I'm actually starting to miss those good old-fashioned sketches where nothing was at stake and literally anything could happen. And now I'm stuck in my lab forced to work day and night on a solution to a problem that I barely understand. What a fucking mess. What am I even supposed to do? What can I do? And why the hell am I even expected to do anything? I thought Robotus was gonna take care of this plot. And now he has me take the role of this episode's protagonist. I didn't volunteer to do this. How am I supposed to not care about all this shit when I'm being forced to deal with it? Man, I just wish this fucking fanfic would come to an end already. But I fear that the way things are now, it never will, because I just can't figure it out. It all seems so hopeless right now.
Come on, Twilight. Don't be like that. You're just overworked. How about we take some time off and leave this place for a bit? At least let us go in another room, one that has windows. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the cold and sterile lighting in this lab, but I'm still a dog. At least let us take a peek outside.
You know what? Whatever. It's not like I'll be making any less progress there than I am making here.
See? Isn't that better? The sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. You can feel it on your skin. And listen, even the birds are singing. Isn't it a lovely day? At least for a couple minutes you're away from that depressing lab.
Thank you, Spike. It's actually pretty nice outside. An uplifting sight. Doesn't really help my problem at all, but at least I'm feeling a little less shitty. Thanks again.
That's what a man's best friend is for.
Oh, so that's how it is. And here I thought I was your best friend. Who's this man you're talking about?
Oh, fuck you. You know what I meant.
I do. No, but in all honesty, I really appreciate you. And even more so the fact that you are such a kind and loyal friend. I can't imagine what I'd do now if on top of all this, I was stuck with you being some sort of degenerate and obsessed with his own dick.
Yeah, you mean like my disgusting rebel counterpart. I still can't believe that my equestrian version is the way that he is. Like, how did that happen? And who the hell would come up with that? That's like such a stupid concept for a character. Oh, but I don't know. Maybe that's just my nature as a dog, to be loyal and a friend. And maybe dragons are just assholes in general.
Are you being racist right now?
Perhaps, but it doesn't really count if it's in another dimension. There are no laws for racism against fable creatures, and it could basically go so far to say that, in the specter of our originally totally unmagical world, that other Spike isn't even real.
Now that's a little splitting hairs, isn't it? Just because we normally wouldn't even know of this other world's existence, doesn't mean it's not real. Because we do know of it. And therefore, wait a minute.
Oh, what?
I think I found a way to progress the story.
Really? How?
Come on, we need to head upstairs. To my room.
Hey, Twilight, wait up! What's gotten into you?
Our talk of Equestria made me realize something. I'm not actually forced to deal with this problem all by myself. Well, normally I would be, since I'm the only one even remotely smart enough to understand this device. But the thing is, that only applies to this dimension. But why should I not take a presenting opportunity to get help from somebody who likely has a better understanding of magic than I do? Or some pony, rather.
Pony? What? So you want to contact someone in Equestria? How are you going to do that?
With this.
What's that? A book?
Not just any book. It's from Sunset Shimmer. She said she uses this to write letters to Equestria, to that other Twilight she's friends with.
Alright. And, when did you get that?
Oh, Sunset lent it to me ages ago, in case I ever was curious to get to know my counterpart.
And had you ever write to her before?
Not once, no. I mean, I never had a reason. That other Twilight is basically the same as me, and I am self-reflective enough to know that I would probably end up just annoying myself if there were two of me.
So we're off to a great start. Now we can be sure that there's a high possibility that she won't even notice your contact. Nice.
Just have a little faith, Spike.
So, what are you gonna write her?
I think I know. Dear Princess Twilight, to clear up any confusion right away, no, this is not Sunset Shimmer. I'm actually also Twilight Sparkle, but you can call me Sci-Twi. That's the nickname I failed to establish with my other friends, so please consider it. Anyway, I'm writing to you in a time of need.
Did you just forget that we were having a conversation?
What?
Oh my god, you did! You're lucky I'm such a patient dog, because it was really fucking rude of you. Just going silent and proceeding to write that letter without saying another word. We were far from finished.
Oh, sorry, Spike. You know how it is. When you find the right words, you just need to let them flow.
The right words, sure. I bet you asked her to call you Sci-Twi, like you always do with every new person you meet.
I didn't! Don't look!
Alright, okay! Then what else did you write her?
Well, I'm basically writing her a summary of what's been going on lately. All that magic stealing business, us losing our traits, Sunset Shimmer being arrested and then suddenly released again with no consequences at all, as I just realized. And our discovery about Rainbow Dash. But I will also tell her that I feel like something is off about it. Like there is actually someone else behind this. But I don't know who.
And so you're doing what with this letter? Asking her to come here and do your work for you?
Well, it sounds kinda cheap and lazy if you put it like that. But, yeah, basically yes.
Well, at least you're honest about it.
Yep, at least that. Alright, let me finish it quick. I hope you find the time to help me with this problem, to help us. I know that if you really are anything like me, you probably will have trouble actually caring about this. But I ask you, please try. This situation could become a lot worse if it isn't stopped. I don't know how Sunset Shimmer usually ends her letters, so I'll just improvise. Yours sincerely, Saitwai. What?
Yours sincerely? What is this, a job application? How about some intimacy? You're basically like twins, if you will.
Maybe, but I don't know her personally. Better to be safe. And again, if she is just like me, she'll appreciate that ending.
Well, if you say so. Anna, what now? Aren't you gonna send it on its way? How does this work?
It's already on its way, believe it or not. This book is magical, and it transfers my message directly to Equestria as it's being written.
Okay, so that's that.
Yep. Now all we gotta do is wait. And you know what? I might as well get back downstairs and try again. I probably won't make any new progress, but I feel rested enough to give it another shot. Come on.
Hold on.
What? What is it, Spike?
I heard something. I think someone's in the house.
In the house? Where?
Downstairs. I believe they went, oh man, they went in the basement.
Shit, let's hurry.
Whoa, a pistol! Where'd you get that?
Bought it from some masked French guy. Since Canterlot City is basically like any American city, I figured I might as well own one.
Why that?
Why not? Who doesn't like a pew-pew?
Cringe.
Oh, shut up. Let's go. You there, don't you move. I have a gun pointed at you. Turn around nice and slow. Wait. Sunset?
Twilight, what a surprise. I didn't think you were home.
I was upstairs for a minute. What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I was simply interested in what progress you had made up until now.
Did you find a way to give us our magic back?
Not yet. But at the moment I'm less concerned with that, rather the fact that you took believing me to not be home as an invitation to break in and enter my house. My lab! What were you actually here for?
Just always the same with us nerds, ain't it? We're too nosy to just let something go and accept it the way we're told. And always poking way too deep. You got me, Twilight. I wasn't actually here to check on you. In fact, the only thing I'm here for is this. I think I want it back now.
Back! So I was right, Rainbow wasn't behind this.
And it's honestly a little insulting that you all seriously believe for 1 second that meathead would be able to do such a thing. This genius work could only be that of a brilliant mind. Only mine.
So you were the one stealing our magic. Why? What do you hope to achieve?
Absolutely everything! Oh, that was always meant to be mine, but stupid Celestia always kept from me. I was destined to become the next princess, to take on my crown and rule Equestria. But she was always holding me back, afraid of my potential. She knew I was going to surpass even her.
Sunset? I really don't want to interrupt your villain monologue, but what the hell are you saying? All that talk of Celestia and Equestria, of crowns and rule, that makes it seem like you haven't changed at all. What about your redemption arc?
You still don't get it? I never had one. I am the real Sunset Shimmer, and I am not as nice and redeemed as the one you came to know. And once I've stolen your magic as well, I will be unstoppable. I will gain almighty power and become a goddess. Now, if you please would put down your gun and just let it happen. Make it easy on you.
Like hell! I'm not gonna submit to some cliché villain with a cliché plan and who on top of that just held me a cliché monologue laying out their entire scheme! I refuse to be taken by someone like you! Now put your hands up! Or I will shoot!
Don't be shy.
I mean it! Stay back! I said stay back! Yeah! What? But that's Rarity's crystal shield! Since when does this device give you their powers? That's bullshit! That's downright cheating!
Well, unlike you, I am an actual genius. I was able to find this device's true potential after you, in your limited intellect, merely scratched its surface. But since you did just try to kill me, I think some repercussions are appropriate. It's a real shame, you know. To some degree, I could understand why my human counterpart became such close friends with you. Spending time with you all was fun. But sadly, all good things must come to an end, to make room for the better.
Don't you dare hurt her again, you monster! I'll bite your fucking feet off if I must.
Oh, please.
Spike! No!
Oh dear, Look what he made me do. Now where was I? Yes.
You won't get away with the sunset. I swear we will stop you. You hear me, and you're gonna pay for what you did to Spike?
Sure I will, but I doubt it will be you who exacts this revenge. After all, in a few seconds, you won't even remember it happened. Any of this.
What? Is that the memory stone? But I thought it was destroyed. How come you have it?
It was destroyed, but nothing a little superglue couldn't fix. I might actually have to thank my counterpart for deciding to keep the shards. She probably intended to prevent them from causing harm again. Which makes this all kinda ironic, don't you think? But we've wasted enough time already. I still have a lot to prepare.
Goodbye. No, wait!
Meanwhile in Equestria.
Oh man, don't I just love paperweights? I really should hire someone for this. Huh? What was that? Sunset Shimmer's book. She hasn't written me in ages. Wonder what she wants.